2 years ago, I reviewed this RadioMaster Pocket. It's that little budget radio that looks like a toy, but flew like a pro transmitter. Well, it's 2 years later, it's still here, and it's still going strong. And honestly, I find myself reaching for it more than any other radio I own. Today, I'm giving you my long-term review of the Pocket, what's held up, what I've upgraded, and why it's become my everyday go-to for whoops and sub 5-inch quads. Hello, and welcome to the Whirly Bloke channel. Well, first, let's talk about why the Pocket is still in constant use. It's just so convenient. It's small, light, and ridiculously easy to throw into a bag, or more often than not, my coat pocket. There's no faffing about, no heavy cases. If you just want a quick pack in the garden or a whoop session indoors or in the park over the road, it's the radio that I grab without even thinking. And there's the simplicity. There's no overcomplication here, just a solid little transmitter that binds quickly, connects reliably, and doesn't get in the way of flying. In 2 years of use, I've never had a single glitch, dropout, or random reset. And that is pretty impressive for a budget-friendly radio. Now, the big upgrade I did fairly early on was fitting these AG01 Nano gimbals. I mean, out of the box, the stock gimbals, they were sort of fine, and they're better than you'd expect for the price. But with the AG01s, the Pocket is transformed into a serious daily driver. I mean, the precision, smoothness and durability of these gimbals have been absolutely spot on. And 2 years later, they're still buttery smooth. No stick drift, no wear, just solid performance. So what are the advantages I've found after living with this thing? Well, size and portability. It's about as compact as you can get while still being comfortable for long sessions. And having Express LRS built in at this price point was pretty unusual back then, and it's still brilliant today. And of course, the reliability. Honestly, it's been flawless. Firmware updates have been easy, binding has never failed, and the range has always been more than enough for the kind of flying that I use it for. And it's for everyday use. It's the one I throw in the bag for whoop racing, quick park flights, or testing builds on the bench. Of course, nothing's perfect. So here are the minor negatives that I found after 2 years of use. Plastic wear on the case. This case has picked up its fair share of scratches and it doesn't really look pristine anymore. But then again, this has been 2 years of very regular use. So it's just cosmetic, not functional. And I could always buy another case. But I remembered I did a case swap on this, so I've actually got a brand new case sitting here that I could use. And then it's got this smaller form factor. If you've got big hands, you may find it a bit cramped for longer sessions. Personally, I'm used to it, but moving back to a full-size radio, it can feel a bit like stretching after a long car ride. The battery life. It's pretty good, but it's not endless. And you'll get many sessions on a single charge. But compared to bigger radios with bigger batteries, you'll be topping it up a little bit more often. But I tend to take a USB power pack with me to charge it when I'm out and about if I'm going out for the whole day. That's it really. No failures, no electronic gremlins, and no hassle. So, 2 years on, would I still recommend the RadioMaster Pocket? Absolutely. For beginners, it's still one of the cheapest and easiest ways to get into Express LRS. And for the more experienced pilots, it's a brilliant grab-and-go radio that punches well above its weight, especially for whoops. And with the gimbal upgrade, it's more than capable of being your main radio. And in my case, despite having bigger, fancier transmitters up on the shelf, the Pocket has quietly become the one that I use the most. Sometimes simplicity really is the best option. So that's my 2 year long-term review of this RadioMaster Pocket. If you've been flying one yourself, do let me know how it's held up for you in the comments. And if you want to see my original review from 2 years ago or the case swap that I did, I'll leave links in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.